connected the CIA's drug involvement to gang-affiliated drug dealers and the crack epidemic in black neighborhoods.
And what is good, everybody? Welcome back to the pod. I am your host, 2400 Y2K, and welcome back to another episode. I know I said I was gonna get better at consistency. I lied. Um, it's probably gonna be this way for a little bit. I mean, that's just how it is. I'm 19. Shit gets kind of crazy, so um, it's a little bit sporadic. I get writer's block, or I don't know what you call it for a pod, but like I get like to where I sit here, I record for 5 minutes, I record for 10 minutes, and I just can't get a flow, I can't get a rhythm, I can't get a riff going. So, um, yeah, my bad on that. It's been like a month some change maybe, but I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna try and get better on that. Like I said, I always say that, and I am. Um, this is all a journey. I'm young, but I think I'm getting in a more stable spot. I'm in a better state of mind, so that's good. Um, and I think that'll help me be more consistent with this. But until then, it's my bad. It's gonna be sporadic. Um, so I wanted to start this episode off by saying, recently I've been going to like my local like bookstore, not library, right? Which I should start going to. Libraries are good; they offer all kind of benefits. I just hate mine because mine's downtown, and my downtown's fucking shitty. And I think they're only open. I don't know how late they're open, but not very late. And like the bookstore's up till like 8, 9. But I be going to my local bookstore, and I've been going there lately just to get some do some research, just do some different shit. To me like it's a good environment to like learn to just be able to like be productive. Like, cause at home, I'm not gonna hold y'all like. When I'm at home, I don't do a lot of productive shit sometimes, just cause like you know how it be, like you in the comfort of your own crib, like you just get distracted easy. The Xbox right there, the game right there. Um, you just sit on your phone. You don't. It's something about just being at home, just that type of vibe where you like I don't really got to do shit. So, but at like when I'm at the bookstore or whatever, I get shit done. Sorry, there's some shit on my computer that I'm been trying to scratch off, and it's like really bugging me, really getting on my nerves. But so anyways, but yeah, like so I'll be going to the bookstore. This is kind of my spot now. And man, are there some fucking weird ass people in this world, man. That's what the fuck I'm learning. And but I don't try to judge people. Like that's not my place. I'm human, I do. So that's why you're gonna get this story right now. But mind you, I try not to judge people. I try not to, think people are some type of way. Like I really try to just let people be people. And like even if I judge people like silently, like I don't really be saying nothing to them. So whatever. But so like I was at the bookstore and I'm just chilling, doing my thing, and like these fucking like see, I don't know how to sound because I'm like I'm not trying to put nobody down, but like we as like people, like we know we all been to school, like especially if you're from America, like you've been to the U.S. education, like you know how it is, stereotypes, and these people fit a certain stereotype. You know what I mean? They kind of that boy, how do I say this? Like a little bit musty. I believe one had some anime pins on their backpack. I think, and it wasn't even like a legit backpack. It was like one of them little, them girl backpacks. It was a girl, mind you, so but still, like it was like one of them little like Hello Kitty or the bunny with like the little black thing. I don't know. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, like they had a certain type of vibe to them, and I was just chilling. I didn't really pay attention to them. I didn't really notice them. And then I noticed they start talking, and like I just can't, man. Like I'm trying to sit there, do my research, whatever, and like they start talking about Star Wars and like I don't know, man. Y'all know I had a whole pod pretty much on like how I feel about Star Wars and the way it is. Like these fucking idiots, like they was putting their 2 cents in on it, and maybe that's why I'm biased. Maybe that's why I call them weird. Maybe maybe that's where the disdain come from. But nah, I really wasn't rock with them. They were weird. They sounded weird. Um, they gave off a weird vibe. Like they was like them band kids in school type vibes. And like that's how a lot of people at the bookstore be. And I'm not trying to hate on nobody, you know what I mean? Do what you do, but like I just strange, I'm not used to that. I'm not used to I'm kind of a homebody. I'm not used to being out in public. I'm not used to interacting with people that aren't, that I don't normally interact with. Like I'm not used to, how do I put this? Like if I don't involve myself with people, then I usually don't interact with people, you know what I'm saying? So like most of the time I deal with people, it's at my own leisure, or it's like I deal with them because I chose to deal with them. Like the only time it's not like that is like at work and shit. But if it's not like that, like I'm usually not. So when I'm like on my free time, I got these fucking weird ass fucking duders in my space, then it's like then it's noticeable. And I don't know why I wanted to start with that story. I just thought it was interesting that like I went to the store and these they were like I don't know, man, gave off a bad vibe. And like it pissed me off. They started talking Star Wars. They started trying to talk politics. I hate hearing about politics in general, right? But like if it's from somebody educated, it makes sense, and like what they're saying has weight to it. Usually, it's got some fact behind it. You know what I mean? But when you hear just like everyday people, like everyday dumbasses talk about politics and like shit like that, like it just pissed me off. Especially like not to get on my fucking high horse, but like especially when I know more. Like, come on, man. I'm really not trying to. I'm really not trying to hear you sit there and talk about like Trump or Biden or like what or like I'm really not trying to sit here and have, because like what are you gonna do with it anyways? You just sit there and bitch. You know what I mean? It's like that whole policy of like you don't do nothing for change, but you sit there and bitch about it. You sit there and bitch about Biden. You sit there and bitch about Trump. You sit there and bitch about this. You sit there and bitch about that. Whatever. But you don't actually do anything. You don't actually talk to anyone like productively. You just sit there and bitch, but you don't actually like speak on getting shit done. Go to the city council. You don't. You know what I mean? You're not filing nothing. You're not doing nothing to change nothing. So I think that irks me is like, and like they just everybody thinks they know so much about politics and just different topics in general, and that's cool and all, but like not for me. Like I'm not trying to hear that. I don't fucking care, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like it's all mostly bullshit anyways. Like most politics, like there's only one real thing that matters in like any aspect of anything, and it's money. So it's like, you know what I mean? You can back a political party and have these ideologies, but they don't mean shit. Because at the end of the day, these politicians and people you back and talk so highly of or talk down on, whatever, they don't care as long as they get paid, as long as they get, hundreds of thousands, millions, whatever kind of money they're getting from whatever, they're saying. They don't really care. They don't really care. And you shouldn't either. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to speak on it too much. Not till later episodes. It's a more complex topic, and I want to speak on it with my homies and kind of like branch out that way. It's hard to speak on it alone, especially because I don't have a lot of the like numbers and stuff in front of me right now. But and it's just a little controversial, and I'm not trying to do that right now. Um, so yeah, man. Um, that's my little 2 cents on that. We're gonna look here too. Oh, one thing I did want to talk about too is when dumbass niggas get fake woke on like drugs. So like examples being acid, LS or not the LSD is the same thing. Acid, shrooms, DMT, any type of psychedelic really. I mean, you can act about any drug, but like normally it's those, even like heavy like stoners sometimes. And they get on their high horse of like I don't know, like y'all know what woke means. Like they think they know everything. They think they unlock the matrix as a simulation. We're all just vibing on a big rock, bro. Like, or they learn shit like empathy and compassion at like 23 years old, and it's like, holy fucking shit, dog. Like, I've been knowing compassion since I was 7, like since I was able to form like conscious thought. Like, shit, it probably took a year maybe, but I'm pretty sure I learned that shit quick. It didn't need no fucking, you know what I mean? It didn't take drugs. It didn't take no midlife crisis. It didn't take like. So here's like an example. Is like, this is a clip I seen a while ago. I don't have the clip right now. I'm sure you could look it up. But it's where Logan Paul's talking about he went to the airport and he seen like a vet with like one leg or some shit or something like that. He seen a vet anyways. He started crying or whatever, and he's like, I really realized how fortunate I am. I really realized how good I got it. You know what I mean? I got both my legs. I'm healthy. I got millions of dollars. I'm happy. I'm able to provide for my family. Like, I really learned, to be thankful, and like I'm in a position, the da 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 bullshit, bullshit, because it's like, dog, I've been knowing that, like I've been had empathy and compassion and like sympathy type shit, like it seems like all these niggas have is pity, and then like at some point, either for clout or they genuinely get the understanding of empathy, and it's like that's crazy to me, dog, because I'm 19 right now, or I'm actually 20 now. My bad, my birthday was like, is this month, but anyways, um yeah, man, like it's fucking, it's weird, like, bro, fucking, you're not woke, like, or like, I don't know how to put it, like, you're not fucking, you didn't unlock no secrets, like, yeah, you know what I mean, like, I've been like, I feel these feelings regardless. Like, I feel compassion and empathy for people in like poor people in third world countries, poor people in our country. I feel for dogs and cats I see on the side of the road. I feel for, animals. I feel about dumb shit. Like, I'll like look at like a old company that went bankrupt or whatever, and you know what I mean, like, and I'll feel for that. I'll be like, damn, that's sad. Like, them people got put out of work and like their life is worse now, and whatever happened. Like, I've been felt that way since I was like 7, you know what I mean. And really, like, you want to get it further, like when I was like 12, I really started gaining an understanding, and I really started to feel empathy, and I really started to watch movies and shows and like see more of the world, and more of how different it was from where I lived. You know what I mean? Because I grew up in the Midwest. This is like shitty little fucking big town essentially. Um, and so like to see the world or how it was. You know what I mean? I grew up middle class. Uh, like after like what? After like 7, 8, we moved to like middle class, and and like, you know what I mean. It was just to see like actual third world poverty, to see like the Africa commercials and shit. And I know that might sound corny and silly, it might make people laugh, and like those commercials are kind of corny and silly, because it's like the further I got, the older I got, the more I looked into that like them shits, them people are evil too. Them nonprofits and them people that be saying they donate to Africa and shit. A lot of times your money ends up in some fucking rich man's pocket. Like, that's the honest to God truth, and you can look into that more yourself. And I got to continue to look into it more, because I'm not gonna go into it too in depth. But a lot of them commercials and shit. And I grew up basically, and I had empathy from a young age. Like, I even growing up where I grew up, like, I fucking learned empathy. Like, I saw stuff, and a lot of times for animals, like I felt for animals. Like, I remember specifically one time, me and my mom, we was at the fair, and y'all know what mini horses are, right? Them fucking little tiny, it's the fucking literal name, mini horse. It's like a little horse. And I was riding one or whatever. I used to love to ride them Johns. And my mom, like, I got done riding it, and I was like, um, so when the horse grows up, like, what do they do with it? You know what I mean? Because I thought they were just ponies. Like, I thought they was just baby horses, and then like they grow up, and then they, race horses or whatever. I thought, you know what I mean? Like, whatever horses do when they grow up. And she was like, "Oh, they don't grow up. They're mini horses." So I was like, "Oh, so when do they get cut loose? When do they let them go?" And then like my mom just dropped the bomb on me, and she was like, "Never. They never get let go." And I remember that fucked me up. And I can remember that vividly to this day, like where we were standing, like the fair, that shitty ass fucking horseshit manure type smell, and like beer, and like fried foods. Like, damn, the fair was an experience, bro. And like we still have it like once a year here. I never go no more because it's literally just drama. Like once you get to like a certain age, and especially if y'all are from like smaller towns, the Midwest, or I guess anywhere really, but like just relating to my experience, like if you're from smaller towns or Midwest, you get that like the fairs, the older you get, is like it's just drama and weirdness, and like people are just fighting, people are trying to fuck each other's girls, people are just showing up there drunk, high off of drugs, like it's cool if you want to smoke a little weed, go chill at the fair. But these niggas showing up off of Xanax, these niggas showing up coked out, showing up with guns, showing up fucking shit faced drunk. Like mind you, sheriffs and all like all posted there. Like they go causing ruckus, they're fighting people. People see their ops, people are having beefs, people are creating beefs, people are trying to fuck people's girls, people are getting drunk, fucking like it gets so messy and dirty and grimy. And it always ends with beef. Always ends with people fighting. In my state scenario, like not this last year, I think the year before or a year after before that, like they just ended up with shooting. Like there was a shootout, not even a shootout, like a couple. There's two different shootings. So mind you, you know how fucking nuts that is. That like not once but twice, and I think in the same day. Like, nah, that shit got crazy. So it was like the fair. The older I got, the fair was just a fucked up ass fucking. I hate the fair. It's just boring. Like to me, it's boring. Like it's like a like the fair is like a crappy fucking like a shitty amusement park. Like the fair encompasses like middle class America. Like the fair is so middle class, like poor people type fun. Like that literally encompasses it so perfectly. Like you have mediocre rides that are not even close to the level of like a roller coaster. You know what I mean? Like this is not fucking Six Flags. This is not Busch Gardens. This is not fucking Disneyland. Like this is like the worst of like I wouldn't even call it Goodwill. Like this is worse than that. Like this is like some fucking straight like China knockoff shit. Like you got Jordans and then you got like the fucking Hordens, you know what I mean? Like that was a shitty ass joke, but like you know what I mean? Like you fucking you got the good shit, you got the real shit, and then you got the fake shit. Well, if you from the Midwest, especially, because I see them fairs in like Cali and like other places. That is not our fair, bro. Stop fucking pretending like, especially from the Midwest. Stop fucking pretending like our fairs are like them fairs out in them other cities, bro. They are not. We do not have cool fairs like they do. It is not that dope, bro. It is not that fucking dope. I seen them Cali fairs. I done seen them fairs in other countries, Thailand and shit. We do not got that, bro. That is not what we're working with here. We're working with a rickety ass, dangerous, skittish, shitty ass fucking like fucking just the fucking worst, bro. Like I genuinely the fair to me is so funny just because it is that epitome of like trash, but like it's fun. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not fun and like and try to shit on the people like you know what I mean? It's just a funny example of like middle class America in this country, middle poor, because a lot of poor people go and like you know what I mean. They just fuck around there. Like I don't know. That's what's cool about the fairs. Like you see all types of different type of people. Like you got people from all different walks of life and all like, especially like poor people there. Like they're scamming. They're making money at the fair. Like just doing whatever. Like fucking like some of them are fucking I don't know, like you know how like it be them fucking especially where I'm from, like the Midwest I'm talking about, there's a lot of like poorer whites, you know what I mean? There's a lot of poorer whites. We don't really got a black population where I'm at, like we don't really got a black population like that. Um but it's like mainly Native Americans, whites, and then like yeah, like black. But it's very like, you know, 50% white, 30% native, not 40, you know what I mean? Like it's like 10% black, like mostly the other. And so you got a lot of poor whites, and the poor whites love to scheme. I used to kick it with my fair share of poor whites, and god damn, like the fun. They know how to have fun. They're inventive. They're asinine. A lot of times they're a little bit dumb, but they know how to have fun, even when they're doing shit like plotting to make money. How I can describe like those type of whites best is if you've ever watched Ed and Eddie, that's literally them. Like they are Ed and Eddie as fuck. They're innovative a lot of times, so like they know how to make like these money schemes I'm talking about, like the little bullshit lemonade stands, or they be I don't know, just random shit. Like they fucking um one kid in my neighborhood was fucking what would he make? He would make tinfoil. He'd make tinfoil sculptures, and it's like that's dog shit. But like he was so like like we were young, and like he was so nice and weird and like awkward, and like he would like legitimately sell these fucking tinfoil sculptures to old women, and like I mean I don't he could have sold them to other people, but all I ever saw by him was like old women, and like he would just have like a bag of these fucking things, right? And he would just like walk around the neighborhood with them, and like sometimes he would do door-to-door shit, but most of the time he would just like set him up on a little table, bro. Like I'm not kidding you, and like swear, like wallahi, like everybody's gonna call me a liar. I swear to you, nigga, there used to be a fucking kid that used to sell tinfoil sculptures in my neighborhood, bro. Like that's fucking crazy. Like that's what I mean. Them poor whites, like they are fucking fun, creative bastards. And like he would get that money, and like shit, he could have helped his family, like he could have done this and could have that, but like nah, homie, like that's his money. Like he's gonna go fuck around with us now. He's gonna go buy us sodas, buy himself soda. Of course, we're not making this fool buy nothing. Like we're not assholes, but like this fool's gonna buy shit. Like he's gonna hang out with his homies. He's gonna make a day of it, and he's gonna be right up there again tomorrow with them bullshit ass little sculptures. Bullshit, you know what I mean? But it's really interesting how you see like you be at the fair, and like some dudes just be fucking thieving, bro. That's the big thing. That's a big thing how to make money out. Like car hopping. That's like a big one. Like they be going into people's cars because you know what I mean. The whole lot. Everybody's at the fair. Like they just be car hopping. They be finding all kinds of shit. Money, guns, fucking like antique, like just random shit. Like they be taking shit they don't even need to take. Like that's how I know. Like it's just for fun a lot of times. Like they just be taking bullshit, taking old ladies' scarves and shit, taking fucking family portraits and shit. Like, bro, what? Like, whose family is that, bro? Like, go put that back. What are you doing? But they be thieving, and then they get to like taking it, like getting bold with it, right? Like they be like stalking the lines, right? Because there's lines for all these bullshit ass trashy rides, and like they be stalking the lines, right? And like a lot of people drop their wallet. A lot of ladies leave their purses, bro. Like they'll just set them on the ground, or like they have to do something real quick, and they'll just like you know what I mean, and they just leave that bitch unattended. And like, bro, these men will run up and like, whoo, whoo, they just snatch shit and they just gone, bro. And like they're not gone the whole. That's the thing is they're getting money for the fair. Like they stay like they boldly like they'll run out the bitch and they'll like circle around, like they'll go smoke, they'll go do whatever, go chill for like 15 minutes, and then they'll circle around, come back. That shit is so funny. And so like the fair, the fair is an experience. The fair is an experience, and I don't like it in my older age. Will I ever go back? Maybe. Um, but man, as a youth, was it fucking fun? Was it fucking fun to just run around with your retard little friends, and especially when the sun goes down, right? Like that, there's such a difference. Like that's so weird and funny to me how like humans just get that feeling. Like me, especially like when I see like the sun goes down, like it just is a different type of vibe. And so when these animals would see the sun go down, like I'm part of the animals too. Don't get me wrong. I'm part of it. When us fucking animals see the sun go down, like that's when the chaos starts. That's when we're fucking with people. That's when we're throwing shit in people's drinks. That's when we're fucking playing tag and hide and seek and shit. That's when we're fucking hiding behind the rides. We're going places, like we're going in the rides and shit, like shit we should not be doing, dangerous ass shit that might hurt us or others. We are fucking around. We're fucking, we're getting the carnies pissed off. We're throwing shit at them. We're like, I remember though. You remember they had the dumb little games to win prizes type shit. I remember they had a fucking the bottle one where you put the ring around the neck of the bottle and you like try to lift it up. I remember one time we went over to that bitch and we just fucking we just tipped over all the bottles, bro. Like, cause it's in like the middle, right? It's like warded off. Like there's like a little like thing around it. You know what I mean? It's just basically like, red tape with like a drape over it. And so I remember we just ran over that bitch. We just pushed them shits over, and like we was just being dickheads. Like there's no reason to do it, and like it's not even really that funny. And like it's not even funny to me now, but it's like we was just monsters, bro. Like we just wanted to fucking wreak havoc. Like we just wanted to fuck around, and we just wanted to fucking be at the fair, bro. Like that's just what you do. Like especially that age where you done going with your parents. Like that shit is fucking so much fun. And like like I said, like the mixture of people there, like a lot of it's like adults, right? Because they got a fucking, this is what I mean, like middle class, like lower class, fucking white trash America, not even white trash, just trash America. You got the fucking beer garden, right? Y'all know what a beer garden is? It's just a fucking tent. It's just a tent set up in the middle of the fair where for adults to get plastered, bro. Like it's just a bar. It's just a bar that serves alcohol, and there's like usually like some entertainment, quote unquote. It's like some people singing on stage, that South Park ass song, like my achy breaky heart. Like they be singing that shit up there. Like that's just fucking right. And so as a kid, right, there's not a lot of rules at the fair, right? So like a lot of times like you could just go into the beer garden because like your parents are in there, and like if you're in like a, you know what I mean, Midwest type town, like that's just normal, like for parents to have like their kids in the bar like that, especially like a thing like that, like a beer garden. So um like you can just mingle in there, like you just be around, and like of course like you're sneaking drinks, like you know what I mean, like you see a little unattended beer at a table, you're taking a sip, you running out of there. You know what I mean? You smoke, you're hitting little cigarette butts on the ground, like you know what I mean. You're just being a little shit kid, and man, like that was just the fun of it though. Like man, I remember the fair. Like as a young man, it's just a bunch of shenanigans. It's trying to impress females. It's trying to fucking. It's just trying to have fun. Like you're just there to have fun. And man, Um, but man, yeah, that all circles back, I guess, to the story about the little pony. My bad. That I just fucking wanted to get on that, the fair thing, because it's like, well, the horses reminded me of it, but it's like, it's one of those things that's like, it's so shitty, and it's like, it's so unique and niche in a sense of like, there's fairs everywhere, right? There's fairs all over the world, carnival, like, there's all that shit. But like, to be at a Midwest trashy fair with drunk middle-aged people who are usually felons and can't get a regular job and don't have families, thus why they're able to travel with this circus, or not circus but fair. um yeah, like that's who works there, right? That's what I just described as who works. Those are the carnies, right? Some questionable, definitely intoxicated off of one or more substances, um middle-aged, angry, um like dangerous in a way, like in like multiple ways. Like some of them are like probably on some list somewhere. And as well, like they definitely don't give a fuck about those rides, bro. Like if like your kids were to just fly off that bitch and die, like the carney does not give a fuck, bro. Like he does not get paid enough. Like he's in a sad position in his life. Like, he didn't want to be a carney. Nobody fucking wakes up. At least unless you're like redneck, like redneck as fuck, and you're in the middle of the backwood ass boonies. Nobody wakes up and says, I want to be a carny. Nobody wakes up and says, I want to work at a fucking carnival or a fucking, yeah, like I want to work at a fucking fair carnival as my career. And mind you, a lot of these men are there forever. Like I was growing up, it was the same fair that would come every year, and fucking there's like the same guys every year. Like I'd go to that bitch from when I was like 5 to like fucking 15. It's the same fucking guys. Like it's the same. Well, granted, there'll be some new ones, and some of them have died. Some of them have retired because they have fucking a spotted liver or fucking black lungs. Like they've retired. But for the majority, you see these guys back year after year, and like if they're gone, it's not because they went and got a new job. It's not because they went and found a better career. It's because they're either dead or on the verge of dying. That's it. And so that's like that's just one part of it, and it's like that's so near and dear to me is like the carnies. Like they make half of the experience. These guys that like mean mug the fuck out of you when you're like 10, and like sometimes like swear at you. You know, sometimes they say fuck, sometimes they tell you to fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, like some of them are really like weird, and you get like a bad vibe from them, and you're like, yeah, probably shouldn't be around that guy. And you're probably right. You're probably right. Like if you're a kid and you got that vibe, like you're probably right. You should probably just listen to that intuition. Um, and so it's like that's who works there, right? That's who works there is like somebody who's depressed, middle aged, often a felon, and cannot get any other job. Right, that's who works there. And then you like get to the rides, which was what I was talking about earlier, and I didn't get to go in depth because I got sidetracked like I always do. But so they fucking um you got the rides, right? Which is like it's so shitty. It's so shitty. Half of these things just move you in a circle, right? Half, like really think about that for a second. Half of the shit at the fair just moves you in some sort of circle. And it's like the one that like spins real fast and sticks you to the wall, which I like that one. I think we call it the gravitron, but I'm sure there's different names for it. It's that fucking one that spins hella fast and like you and everybody else in that bitch gets like stuck to the wall, which fucking insane, by the way. Is that not fucking insane? Like I feel like that's not good for your body or your brain or like anything. Like is that not space training at that point? We're fucking in this giant fucking circle that just spins hella fast, and we're just getting stuck. Like the whole bit of the fucking of the ride is that it sticks you to the wall. You're going so fucking fast that it sticks you to the wall, and you're able to like crawl up the wall. Some people are doing like some people are standing on the wall. Like you got cocky people standing. You got the macho men trying to show off, like trying to rip themselves off the wall. You got me with like my cheeks are stuck to the shit because I'm a little fat kid, and like what I mean. You got all types of people on there. You got people trying to show off for the bitches. You got people like genuinely scared of that shit. Like that's the funniest shit to me is like, hey, okay, you're scared of a fucking roller coaster. That makes sense, right? So some of these bitches are going hella fast and they go hella high, right? You're zooming around at high speeds in the air on a rickety ass thing made of bolts and metal, right? That shit could fall apart at final destination right in front of your face and you die. Why the fuck are you scared of a carnival ride? Most of the time, the worst thing that's gonna happen is that sky drop one. You know what I mean? The one that like takes right. Mind you, these are retarded ass rides. These are fucking stupid, right? That's dumb. It just takes you straight up in the sky and then you drop down. Like that's so fucking dumb. But mind you, like I said, most of these rides are just dumb, and it's everything else. It's the atmosphere of the fair that you like. It's not the actual. The other rides are kind of cool, but it's the atmosphere. I'll die on that hill. But anyways, so you have these like rickety ass rides, these shitty ass rides. You have people genuinely scared of death. You have the one that spins you in the circle and makes you stick to walls. You have the other one that um I don't know, another another kind of circle, I guess. It's like you're in a cage and you're like a tank tread but like standing upright, and it's like moving you guys up and down. I don't know what you'd call it, like the fucking water wheels that they used in the 1200s. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's not even entertaining. There's like the other one with the fake hang gliders where it lifts you like kind of high up in the air and like you just go in a circle. Like I said, most of the rides here are fucking stupid and people are getting duped. Like people are out here paying all sorts of buku amounts of money. Like I remember growing up, like one of them passes for like a couple days, right? The mind you, the fair's like a week. You get like a 4-day pass. Shit's like $60, $60 fucking bucks. And if you want the whole thing, it's like $100 for the whole week. People are paying that out the waz because the other alternative you have is to get the fucking tickets. You get the tickets. It's like 10, 20 tickets per ride, and it's like 25 cents per ticket. So it's like fucking for one ride I'm paying like $20. Like I'm paying like $10. I'm paying legitimate amounts of money to go on like one ride. So you fucking fold and you get this stupid pass. Or if you're fucking lucky, like your parents get you the pass. Which I was always, not always, but fortunate. Most of the time I was fortunate enough to I got the pass. Mind you, I had it a little bit better because my grandparents liked it, which is like strange, right? You don't think grandparents, but my grandparents are like fairly young and like they're kind of odd. Like they were super weird when they raised their kids, they were still very immature and whatnot. And so like they loved the fucking demolition derby, which my shit, hello? Oh, my bad. Sorry, I hit the table in excitement. But my fucking goodness, they love the demolition derby. Which, if you don't know what that is, especially if you're not from America, you probably don't know what that is. It is the epitome of America. That is some fucking just jarhead dumb. Like that's some men hell yeah, fuck yeah type shit. It's like the like stereotype about men is like guns, trucks, fucking boobies, beer, fucking baseball bats, and fucking steaks, right? Like that's what men like. It's like this is one of those things. It's like the demolition derby is they have a fucking bunch of muscle cars essentially, or like what are usually muscle cars. Sometimes it's a fucking a Ford 98 Bronco. Like sometimes they get some shit out there. Sometimes it's a Volkswagen. Like it's all kinds of cars. That's not the important part. The important part is um a lot of times these fucking or my bad. Sorry. I got a little sidetracked there. I was trying to turn on my Xbox. But so anyways, these fucking cars, they have these fucking American muscle cars. They're just like cars in general. And they just fucking smash each other. That's the whole fucking game. That's the whole fucking game of it. There there's no other like point to it other than these fucking cars smash into each other until there's one car left that's like kind of running. The car that runs the best and can like actively move at the end is like the winner. But they just fucking run into each other, just slam into each other. They go at full speed, full fucking speed. They just smash into each other. It's like monster trucks, but better in my opinion. Because monster trucks just run over like cars and like other shit that's go over big ramps and like go over like just do big flips and shit. These fucking these are like this is like gladiator sports but with fucking cars. Like to me it's insane. Like how like that's you think football is bad for your body, bro. So like I legitimately like sometimes these people are like driving at like 30 miles an hour. Like they'll go from one side of the arena to the other full fucking speed, 30 miles an hour, because I think the cars cap out or something. I'd imagine because I imagine if you're going too fast, like you get to 50, 60, like you're gonna kill somebody. But like they'll get to like 30 and they'll fucking smash into this other fucking car and smash it into the wall and like that's fucking so bad for your body. Like that can so easily give you whiplash. And like to me, it's like this is a fucking dangerous sport. And like nobody's died. I've never seen anybody die. I've never actually seen anybody get hurt at it. The worst I've seen is like some guy got kind of stuck in his car. Like the fireman just had to come up and like get the jaws or whatever and cut it out. And like to us, like to the spectators, right? That's fucking cool. Like it's so fucking. This is what I mean. Where it's like trashy America, where it's like this man could die. This man's panicking, like he's freaking out. He's like a piece of metal is like over his chest to where he cannot get out of the car, and like fucking the fireman, like the announcer's like trying to calm people down. It's like everybody don't worry, and like we're fucking cheering. We're like, yeah, like half the crowd is drunk. I'm like 12. I'm like with my grandparents who are drunk, mind you, and they're like, hell yeah. And like, I'm like, hell yeah, like fucking, we're just, this man could be dead. Like, there's so much going on. They got the jaws of life out there. They're cutting him out of the car. And we're like, yeah, yeah. Like, they let him know, like, he's okay. And we're like, yeah. And then they like get the car off the field, and then they continue. Like, they'll just move the cars that are immobile most of the time, and they're just like, sometimes they won't move them either. But like this one, I think they had to because it was so fucked up. But they like moved it off the field, and then they just continue ramming these cars into each other, giving people whiplash, fucking people's lives up forever potentially. Right? Like this is not good for your body. Like smashing into cars. But man, like that, who invented that sport? And like, I'll have to look into that and talk about it on the next episode or something, man, because that's insane. The idea of a demolition derby is fucking insane. These people driving cars into each other, smashing into each other, fucking just fucking the cars up. And like, that's the whole goal, is just to fuck the other cars up until you're like, fuck the other cars up bad enough to where they won't run, and make sure yours stays enough, and so you win. And oh my god, the shit they win is like so trash American. Like, this to me, the demolition derby is the cherry on top of the fucking fair. And I don't know if it's like that everywhere, but at least for my fair, it's there every year with the fair, and it is the fucking pinnacle. It is the cherry on top for me because it is so fucking crazy. It is so, like blue collar, middle class, like poor class, like America. Because these fuckers win like a year's worth of Bud Light, or like 100 cases of Bud Light. That's what they're winning at these derbies. Like, they don't actually win. Like, I think sometimes they win money like $500, but most of the time they're winning like beer. They're winning cases of beer. They're winning Budweiser. They're winning a year's worth of supply. Like, they're winning this like fucking beer. And it's like not even like liquor or like wine, or like, it's straight up like Budweiser, Bud Light, or Busch Light. Like, it's always the same fucking companies. It's always the same fucking prize. It's like, oh, you win like $500 and 24 cases of a 24 pack of fucking Bud Light. Like, it is so fucking hilarious to me that is how our fucking middle class entertainment is. Is just smashing fucking old junker cars into each other. Like, that's the whole sport. Like, it's not even like football, right? Like, there's no goal. Like, there's no scoring points, right? It's not like, oh, Darnold has 7 today, 2 catches for 22 yards. Like, no, there's no goal. There's the ref isn't even a ref. There's just a dude. My bad, I thought I heard something. But the ref is just like, it's not even a ref. It's just announcers, and they're just like, God damn, it looks like fucking, and they all have like crazy ass names, right? Because like, mind you, think of this as the WWE, which this is the perfect analogy. WWE, but with cars. So you have people like Jim Ross, I think that's his name, right? The announcer dude, and they're fucking like, holy shit, that's the bat out of hell, and he just took out fucking 69 assholes, like whatever their car name is, right? Like, they fucking always get the like numbers. They're like derby cars, right? So like, but it's just so fucking like the pinnacle, like everything I just described to you. That's like perfect. That's like a perfect trashy middle America feeling of like, it's like WWE, but even trashier because it's cars and people are getting hurt. Even worse, arguably, and they're not winning thousands of dollars or fame. They're winning beer. They're winning years supplies worth of beer. They're winning $500 and 24 packs of 24 cases of the 24 cases fucking Bud Light. Like, that's their promotion. Is like, I dead ass. That's why I keep referencing that one, because that's the most insane one I've heard. 24 packs of the 24, or maybe it was even more absurd. Maybe it was like the 48. No, I think it was 24. 24 packs of the 24 case beers. And it's like, that's so fucking awesome, man. And like, you know what? Now that I've mentioned it, it comes around every summer, and I think this year I will, because I didn't go last year, and I think this year I will go. at least for the demolition derby, right? Like, fuck all the shenanigans, fuck everything else. Like, at least if I can go and enjoy my bullshit, if I can get my fucking corn dog, my obesity corn dog, right? We haven't even got to that yet. I get my obesity corn dog, right? Because all the food there is fried and hell overpriced. But God, is it so fucking good? It's so nasty and fattening and gross for you. This is what I mean. This is pinnacle peak, perfect example of why this is middle class America, not middle class, but I mean like trashy America. What I've just described to you, right? Just think about what I've described to you already, right? The type of people who work there, the type of rides you're riding, the type of events that are going on that aren't even like the fair, like that aren't even part of the actual rides and all the carnival shit. That's a separate event. That's like its own thing, right? The demolition derby, right? And then to top it all, to add sprinkles onto the cherry that's already on this fucking shit show of an ice cream is the fattening ass food, bro. Yeah, it's absurd. It's so good. I'm not gonna sit here and shit on it like it's not good. It's so bad for you though. It's so fucking bad for you. It's like corn dogs that are like triple that are like triple fried. It's like there's deep fried Oreos, deep fried Twinkies. And you might be saying that's crazy, dude. How do you know? I've eaten them, bro. I had a deep fried Oreo. I had a deep fried Twinkie. Fucking delicious. Probably clogged my arteries for the day. Probably added like 5 more pounds that I have not lost to this day, but I'll tell you the fuck what, them shits were so delicious. Corn dogs like triple fried, fucking just the outside is hard. It's just it's just fucking hard, bro. It's just fucking hard, and then the inside's nice and soft, and like and you can really taste the batter, like a corn dog without the fucking the batter is just a fucking hot dog on a stick, right? That's fucking disgusting and weird. But the batter, when the batter is so fucking perfect and crispy on the outside and like warm and fluffy on the inside, oh my God. You see, I just burped? I had a flashback. I had a food flashback about that shit. That shit is so fucking tasty, bro. And so, yeah, man, fucking the food is like, it's like bullshit. It's like bullshit. Like, Tim Dillon has a bit on it on the Yard House, right? He talks about Yard House and how they'll serve like random shit, like onion ring towers and like shiitake garlic noodles, like in, you know what I mean, all in the same establishment type of vibes, right? These fairs like same type of vibes, right? You got like Dippin' Dots, you got like ice cream, you got snow cones, alcohol, you got, and it's not even like classy alcohol, right? Like you're talking like you're not talking no martinis, nigga. You're talking everybody's drinking beer or like whiskey, and so it's like you got like all that. Then you got like these fatty ass corn dogs. You got like these triple fried corn dogs, fried Oreos, fried this, fried that. Then you have like corn on the cob. You have baked potatoes. You have Mexican. You have like burritos. You have fucking breakfast burritos. You got fucking a truck that's serving like burgers and hot dogs. You got pizza. You got pizza. Like it is so fucking nasty. It's all being cooked in like the same places. And granted, like it's different establishments, right? Like how the fair works is a lot of those businesses are like local or like travel with the fair, and it's like a food trucks, like it's different food, but it's like it's all being cooked in the same vicinity. And like one of the places is like it's like their actual like little snack shack, and that's the one where they have like pizza, snow cones, cotton candy, corn dogs, chips, nachos, and cheese. Like that's fine in a fucking gas station, but like you can't have all that in one little like kiosk, bro. Like that is fucking insane to me. And it's like that's the cherry on top, is like you're sitting at this fucking demolition derby where cars are smashing each other, people are getting whiplash, the crowd is going crazy, people are drunk, people are yelling, you have kids running around unattended, fucking with the carnival, you have minimal law enforcement there who's arguably intoxicated themselves, and then you have like POV me watching these men hit each other in cars and hurt themselves. The announcer going crazy, bush lighting in my system, and I'm underage. corn dog in hand, pretzel, fried Oreos, a slice of pizza, all next to me, a fucking king size slushy, and a snow cone because they're different. Don't think they're not. All this while the worst country music I've ever heard in my life is being played. Because, right, mind you, they have like speakers there and there's like actual music playing in like some portions of it. But like, there's the area in my fair where there's like a stage, right? And the stage is used for all kinds of shit. Sometimes they'll have comedy acts. Sometimes it'll be like, I don't know, just like different shit. It's a stage, man. Like, use your fucking imagination. You can imagine what a stage is used for. But like in particular, what they like to do for a majority of the time is play fucking shitty ass country music, like covers. You know what I mean? Like not well, even if it was originals, like it's just local people most of the time, right? It's just locals they're letting up there. It's just people that like walked up to like walked up to one of the carnies and like, hey, do you think I can perform with my band? You know, at least for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, like a little good. And like the carney's like, yeah, I'm not in charge at all, man. But I'll tell you what, you give me $20, you can go up there for 45 minutes, and I will not say nothing. I'll tell him that you were booked, and we just go like that. How's that sound, Bart? And like these people are like, hell yeah. So they fucking listen to this carny and they get up on stage. And like I said, I'm sitting there like corn dog in hand, fucking clogging my arteries, eyes bloodshot red from the beer that I drank that I stole from the beer garden, fucking staring at men hitting each other as hard as they can, giving each other whiplash for 24 cases of beer and $500 that sometimes is not even $500 real dollars, but it's $500 in a gift card to the Barnes and Noble or like a Perkins. And so fucking while all that's going on here, start my achy breaky heart, and like, oh, that chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. I told you about the cherry on top, the sprinkles on top, but then there's the chef's kiss to really complete it. And that's that fucking trash ass Toby Keith, um who else do they play? Jason Aldean, like all these different fucking country singers. But, which like I don't really have I don't listen to country, but I don't really have a problem with it. Like, right? If people like it, they like it. Like I get it. Like to, to hear some like 45-year-old man like get up on stage like with his like wife and son who are like his like drummer and like other guitar person, and like get up on stage and like fucking put his heart and soul into this fucking Toby Keith of all artists, who, like, mind you, even if you're a Toby Keith fan, you know that Toby Keith doesn't really like take his music serious like that. Like he doesn't really give a fuck. He made his money and like he's happy and he just chills now. Like, and so it's like this guy puts his fucking more heart and soul into the song than Toby Keith would in his entire life, and like it's dog shit. It's fucking ass. Like he's just sitting up there and he's like, fucking, I don't know. I don't know any Toby Keith songs in particular. I just remember like the melodies. I was like, and I was sitting on a farm with my tractor and my kid and a couple little beers and 50 on my truck, whatever the fuck, right? Like that's all I hear in my fucking ears as I'm like watching, as all this other sensory overload like continues. That is like the chef's kiss on top of the shitty food, of the fucked up entertainment, of the failing rides, and the carnies that don't want to be there and are fucking drunk or high. It truly is a fucking is an experience. It's something to behold. If you've never been to a Midwest carnival slash fair, I think you should go. I really do. I think it's something that a lot of the world should experience. I think if we could get a lot of foreigners to just like see that, once, like they'd get it. I think if you took like a Taliban member and like sent him to the fair, like, I really don't think they'd have a bad time. And I know that sounds like a bit and like a joke, and like to a certain extent it is, but I really think if you took like a Taliban member and let him just fucking eat shitty food and fucking ride shitty rides and fucking and watch senseless, stupid, shitty violence and fucking like end the night with a drunk drive home and a cig in the hand with your children in the back seat. Like, god damn, if that's not American, I don't know what is. And that's what I have to fucking say about that, Ben, is man, this all spiraled from me talking about compassion, and that, that's the main point, is I don't like fake compassion. I don't like that whole like sense of learning empathy as like a grown man type shit. But ultimately thankful for those guys, because that led me to the fair rant, and I'm glad I got that off my chest, because I really think that is something that most people need to experience. Um, in America, not just in America, but around the world, is a Midwestern style fair slash carnival. Um, I think they do a lot for the world. But I think that's it. I think I'm gonna call it for this pod. We did good. I'm back again. My bad, like I keep saying. We're gonna get better. I'm not done. They're still coming, and you know what? That's the main part. Is these pods are gonna keep coming. I'm not gonna stop, even if it takes a month or two. I'm gonna keep putting them out, and yeah, man. Like I said, hopefully I'm getting my new mic soon. That is real. I know I've been saying that sounds like a BS, but like I'm actually getting off my ass. I'm actually putting in the hours. I'm actually like trying to make some money, and recently I fucking got myself in a little bit of debt, and so I'm trying to get myself out of that. And as soon as I can get myself out of that, I'm getting that new mic. I'm having my homies on. I need to get a new box. I don't know if you know what's called, one of these new boxes though, so that I can have two homies on. Because originally I wanted the one, and like that's cool, right? Like he can be the main, type of guy. But like, I think really my niggas will help me vibe better. I really think that they'll help me, um, you know, be the best podcast host I can be. Um, just give me something to riff with, something. Jesus, I was about to say bounce again, bro. Pause. If anyone knows the last episode, I was saying pause on that because I said bounce. But just give me some time. I promise you, this is gonna be soon. It's gonna be soon, because I really do want this. I really am sticking my nose down. I wasn't locked in before. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was kind of fucked up. I was kind of lazy, kind of just in my own world, and now I'm realizing that like I'm a grown ass man, and no one's gonna do it for me. So I promise you, I'm gonna get some new shit out. I'm gonna have my homies on soon. I'm gonna have my mic within the next month. I promise you, I'm gonna get that new mic. I will be doing new episodes and everything. So with my gang, with the guys, I don't know what I'm gonna call yet. We'll figure this out as we go along. But man, happy to get another one. Happy to get another one of these done. Happy to check in with y'all. Happy to upload another pod. So I just want to say thank y'all for all the support. Recently I got a message about it. Someone was like, I really think you're doing good. Keep it going, and like that shit means a lot. I don't know if y'all know, but like that shit really does like make me thrive and keep me going. It's like, damn, people actually do listen and care, and like what I'm saying is just, you know what I mean? It doesn't just go into space. Like people actually hear this shit. So any support, like any criticism, anything you have to say, just comment it, DM me, just let me know. Um because this is a project, and I really want like people to be in on it, because you know what I mean? I don't just make this for me, I make it for people. So let me know your feedback and how you guys are liking it or whatever. So I appreciate that. Sorry if that was a little clusterfucky at the end. I'm trying to get that all in there. But thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Tune in for the next episode. Like I said, this isn't done. Sorry it took so long, but like tune in. Make sure to share, like, subscribe, do all that shit. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all. Catch you.